Hello everyone, and yes, as the thumbnail hopefully suggested, today is going to be something of a lo-fi experience because I am stuck in a room that looks something like I am in an asylum where I'm allowed to hang up my own laundry. It's very white. Anyone on my Patreon would have probably already seen I introduced this with the wonderful calming cloud sky above. This is another one of my temporary locations. Big thank you CMC for dropping in the Reddit link along with Why You Hate Hitsuji Bangaku, which I believe is sheep literature when translated. The simple answer being I don't hate them. I just have many videos to get around to and breaking up bands as well. And we're just doing a little bit of a quick catch-up there. I don't know if I think this might be a bit of a short one. I don't know how many people are tuning in for this one. As you guys might have seen, we managed to get some videos out this week, and yeah, good. Still got plenty of videos that have been recorded that just need to be edited and uploaded. So still kind of ahead of the game on this one. I've got 2 videos already that I'm looking forward to putting out next week. You might notice I put Bish in the thumbnail. The reason being is because the Bish review, the album review, is very much one that's been waiting in the wings, but that is coming as well. It's now so far behind the fact that almost feels like it's not that pressing, but that will be a big one coming up. You guys know I got a big album review for the Patreon. Those 2 album reviews I want to get out of the way. When I get those out of the way, it gives me a lot more time for doing album reviews for the. I want to catch up with Scandal and Silent Siren as well on that little trip, that little adventure through their stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited to get back to really all of that. But the album reviews are rather time consuming. I'm just glad that we're back on doing the reviews now. I'm glad that as well we got not a huge number, but you got a nice little view for the band names video. Quite a few joined into that. It got a good ratio of people watching through to the end. More than half of the people who clicked on it watched it all the way through to the end, which is a rather unusual thing. You know, in the world of YouTube, you know, you're told to expect that 20% of the people who begin a video getting through to the end is regarded as very good. So over 50%, I regard that as brilliant. So clearly people enjoyed that little quick rant through things. Yeah, so that was nice to see as well. There was some good stuff that we put out this week, and there's more coming. Like I say, we got coming up in the next week that long overdue Bish review, album review, the long overdue Baby Metal video, the long overdue Ningenis video, long overdue. Lots of stuff is coming up very soon, along with another one I recorded, which was just a really interesting little think piece. Yeah, some good stuff. So I'm really looking forward to next week. I'll give you a little update on just what's going on life-wise a little bit further into the video once we've got a few more people, and those who are genuinely interested, hang on and listen, can listen. But let's have a look and see what people are saying. Sven says hello. CMC follows up with why you hate AKFG poll. Not aware that I do, but thank you very much for insinuating that. We have 1 like of 6 viewers. I'm glad that 5 people are still undecided. Hopefully we can bring you over to the side of pressing that button. Was that one like me? It's quite possible it was. So anyway, yes, like I say, it's very lo-fi today because all of my stuff is not here. This is again, I don't want to bore you guys with too many details, but this is not technically my home. This is one of the temporary places where I have to use as a backup. A lot of things about the home are not fully set up. We are struggling to get Wi-Fi put into the place, which is one of the reasons why I can't do streams from there at the moment. Plus there's a lot of setup issues, a lot of very complicated how should we say, Japanese family stuff. I must say life has been very hard over the last couple of weeks, mostly because we're getting things together probably the last month, but with a few possible issues I couldn't be happier. with basically what's going on. However, you know, really, there's a lot still to be done. There's still the possibility that the House of Cards could fall down at any moment. So we're just we're not trying to count too many chickens until they're hatched. We're staying on top of things. But yeah, no, it's been good. Again, I can't ever leave behind the fact that I wouldn't be in this position if it wasn't for the kind, generous donations that so many people made a couple of months ago now, when I had to leave Hakuba and all of the, excuse my French, bullshit that happened around that. Wouldn't be in this situation if it wasn't for all the kind support that everyone gave. So I just wanted to reiterate that fact. If just in case I don't say it enough, I wanted to reiterate that. And a big thank you to everyone involved. All the usuals, Bubs, and obviously Neon Reaper as well for getting in there. So that still is something that I don't forget. And of course, the Patreon still keeping everything going. I know I don't want to keep on talking about money too much, just for the sake of those of you who are just here for a casual bit of live streaming, but I just would be wrong not to say just how great that was, and for the fact that all the good things that are happening now and may potentially carry through to the future wouldn't be here without you guys. So big thank you to you all, and I hope that the channel is running at least at a rate that will keep people pleased that I'm doing what I should be. Like I say, my intention is to get back up to the rate we were at before, or at least one video every day. But main thing is keeping the channel producing the sort of content and at a quality which is worthwhile. So anyway, let's have a look at some of the comments. Please, why you hate Pedro and Vivid Undress? What? I don't remember hating any of these groups. Why you hate Sven review suggestions? I don't hate Sven. I've done quite a few Sven review suggestions. Thank you very much. Skateboard 101, he's still trying to read a clue in the number of socks, but hasn't realised there's a hatch in the roof. Do you have listened to the new Oats Grow Eyes Go song? Yeah, I did actually. I thought it was, it wasn't one of those ones that wasn't gonna. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know if there's enough interest for me to do an actual video review of that. I might do if like I said, I've been recording some stuff out and about, so I might just do an out and about walking video where I just cut together some thoughts and then publish that. If people are interested, that's something that I'm working towards as well, to try and get more content out in the coming weeks. As I mentioned in the last live stream, obviously she released it on her birthday, my birthday as well, and yeah, I thought it was nice in that it started off with a nice sort of very direct sort of piano line. Really had a feel of being. It was a lively song. It didn't feel complacent. A lot of familiar sounds, but it didn't feel complacent. It had an interesting little line to it. And then when it got into the chorus, she was willing to drop the usual piano thing and go back to her old style guitar ways. Gave it a little bit of grit, gave it a little bit of teeth. Nothing about it was particularly new, shocking, or unexpected. But I just felt that again, she seems to be comfortable covering her range. She's not doing those songs that she had done for a rather not concerning, but a rather wow inspiring while, where she was just doing songs that were rather all of a style, were very sort of formulaic. So I kind of felt this song, although it was a lot of familiar aspects to it, it did really have life and variation, and a lot of things that we expect from her. So no, I really enjoyed that. I thought it was a good song. CMC says, Sven, did you suggest it to the GMIV? No, didn't have to. CMC, is the GMIV the Howard TM enjoying his side gig as the Biscatch drama? Man, I am clearly not on the Discord enough at the current moment. Oh, actually, that's another thing I need to point out. The reason I'm not on the Discord, I have a couple of Discord accounts, one for work, one for home. Home one obviously being the one I use for this. The phone that I usually carry is connected to a work discount I have, Discord that I have to use. So because obviously I haven't brought the laptop to the apartment yet because I haven't got full Wi-Fi there yet. We're having loads of trouble getting it installed. But I was thinking I'm going to start carrying my old phone as well, and try and link that up to like the Discord. I've got a couple of accounts that I need to bounce between quite regularly for both work and private usage and channel usage as well. So I'm going to start carrying a few of my old phones. Got my old, the reliable Never Dies Nokia as well. Yeah, and I'm going to be trying to carry around a few phones so they're all logged into different accounts. Makes it a bit easier. So hopefully I'll be able to be on the... Silence phone. Hopefully I'll be able to be on the Discord a little bit more regularly and get logged into it. Because at the moment it's only when I get back to come back here, and obviously given that the family home, the people I love, is somewhere else, I'm not rushing back to here as much as I should have done. So yeah, please forgive me for the fact that it's because of the fact that the stuff I need, the computer that I work on, is not actually with me the majority of the time now. Just because it would be useless in the new places. There's bugger all Wi-Fi to speak of. Let's have a look here. Sven explains why he listens to it. Then I suppose. Hello, hey Harry, how you doing? CMC, why you hate walking after you? I don't hate walking after you, not at all. They haven't released a video though, have they? That's what we said, you know. We only go after if there's a song that isn't released as a serious single, then with a video and the things you usually expect for that, then we usually only go after them in the causes of album reviews or if it's a really big deal for another reason. So for a small band like that, I want them to put out a single and put their back behind a single and say this is our single, so that I can say, okay, that's a song that I can really pay attention to. But doing an album review is a lot of work. Often for views that don't really match up for it, and so for a small band like that, I want them to put themselves behind a song and say this is our single, and they just don't seem to be doing it at the moment, which is making it really hard for me to afford the time to do that kind of review for them, which is a shame. I'd really like to. There's a couple of songs I really like. I mean, Adolescence was an awesome song. They had a couple of darker songs as well. They got some nice variation, but I want to see them do that. Maybe go the Bride route and get a little bit of crowdfunding. I don't know. See how that goes. Hey to Harrow. Hello. By the way, Harrow, I've still got your CDs in like a protective case that I keep them here. So tell me when you want them back. Yeah. COVID withstanding. Martin says, he's the Biscats drummer. Check shirt and a single 100 yen drum is dead giveaway. I need to know more about Biscats. Simply, yes, he's obviously their temporary drummer. Fake one hair quiff and draw. Because I'm worth it. Hi, Harriet restarted. I do hope you are well. Do you watch Kate? Oh, did you watch Kate? I haven't watched that yet. Is that out? Jeez, that shows how, I'm trying to keep up with things, guys. I really am. Martin says 100 gallons of 100 yen hair gel wasted. I've got to catch up. So you didn't forget the Discord password again then? No, I mean, it was, like I said, I got it sorted when I was at the last place. This is the place I'm currently at. As you can see, it's even smaller. So, did I do one? Yeah, I did 2 live streams from the previous place, didn't I? So first of all, I was in the little place near to Sexy Guy Street, which was just a room. Good location, but not really my thing. Wasn't mad about the actual house itself, but it was alright. Then I went to that awesome apartment where I did 5 live streams from there. That was like a good temporary home. Had a massive argument with the host of the place, who was a real sour face. Don't know if I can use that word online. But basically, pain in the ass. So I detailed to them exactly why they were. Shame, nice place. Then I went to a place near to our new family home, but it was quite expensive. I could only keep that going for a couple of weeks. Did, I think, 2 live streams from there. And now I'm here. It's kind of further away from the family home, but it's on the same railway line, like about 11 minutes down, I think, down the same railway, like maybe a little bit more, 12 minutes down the same railway line. So at least I can get to and from here quite easy. Shame I can't walk, but still. And take the little one to school and all of that. So yeah, but this is proper. This is about as near you can get to a hostel without being in a hostel, because obviously I'm not going to do hostels because it's the whole COVID thing. It's basically, you can see the whole thing. And I did my laundry and it's just sort of hanging from anything that is a surface. So that's where we are. So you didn't forget that, you read that, yeah. So I know as a result, the Discord's kind of come with me, and ever since it was fixed in the apartment place, it's kind of been all right now. I've kept the Discord ever since I redid everything, but I've now got my password saving back to system again, so Discord password's saved. And plus, the computer that backs this one up is up and running as well. So doing that too. Harris says, not Cardboard's Palace 3.0, but new Laundry Palace 1.0. Yeah, it's Laundry Palace, definitely. Well, only one I got the laundry out. I actually did that laundry a few days ago, but I haven't been here for days, so. Why you hate Bro Dear Part? I don't hate Bro. What are you talking about? Long after you had to crowdfund the new EP, very much doubt they can afford to crowdfund videos so soon after that. I always had doubts about bands who say things like that. I mean, I've done videos which cost like nothing to make. I mean, especially considering how ubiquitous recording equipment is now. And one thing that I proved, and this was about 13 years ago on a project, someone wanted a brass band for a song. They wanted a session brass band, and we're like, we have no budget for that. So I contacted a local university and said, you got a brass band who are willing to read some stuff off of sheet. Can they read sheet? And they went, yeah. I was like, okay, if we give them a few hours just to practice it in the studio, we'll pay for a few hours in the studio, which practice room in Tokyo, very cheap. Got them down to do that. Did it, and they recorded the whole thing. They were very happy, got their names on the record. We got them basically a brass band to do the backing for a song. Everyone was happy. Cost virtually, basically cost as much as it cost to hire the room, which was like, I think it was, that one was a bit of a bigger room, so it was like 2,000 yen an hour. 2,000 yen. We think we had it for 4 hours total, so that was about, yeah, basically about 8,000 yen, which if your English is about what, 50 quid, 55 quid. American probably about $65-70. So, I mean, there's a lot, and shooting a music video, everyone's got a video camera now, everyone's got access to editing software which you can get free. So I always find it very strange when people say this. I think more often what they're saying is that they're scared that it's not going to look 100% record company produced, and so they're scared to put out anything that might suggest that they've got an air of indie about them, especially about like Walking After You, who've had some pretty impressive looking videos. But I think, you've got to do that. You've got to be putting that content out there, even if you've got to sort of show your lack of budget. Do it, work more on working with the right people, hit up some university people who are looking for jobs, look at that, test them out. If it's free, then you can run several people through it. You can have different versions of the video recorded by different people. There's so many ways you could do it if you're just creative. But if you just kind of go, oh no, we've got to have a set, we've got to have a lighting crew, we've got to have catering, we've got to have a well-known director. That's a common fault. I mean, I know Walking After You, Korean band, but it's a common fault of Japanese bands, I think Asian bands in general who are coming up, they tend to think everything's about reputation, when in actuality some of the best people you can go to are the ones who won't charge you a penny, because they'll be more enthusiastic. They're not looking to impress, rich people, people with reputation are not looking to impress you. Just looking to get paid. People who they are doing it knowing they're not going to get paid, they're looking to impress you. So, yeah. Bit of a detail there, but yeah, I always find it very weird when someone says we don't have the money for a video, we don't have the money to make an EP. It's like, yes, you do. You're just, you're not looking at the right places. Have you listened to the new Necro Talkie album? No, I was thinking, I heard a couple of songs off it. I haven't listened to it properly, and I do want to give it a proper listen through. So, actually, I heard it came out, and I didn't know the release date, and then I just heard it came out. I knew that it was coming, and then it just appeared, but I haven't sat down and listened to it. I know I've had a couple of songs off of it, but it's one of those ones where you need to be time and place. I knew the last one I checked out was Zoo. It was kind of interesting, but it had certain aspects where I was like, okay, you had to be in the right mood for this. So I want to give it that sort of approach, and do like a hardcore listen through to it like 5 or 6 times, and then once I've got a proper feel for what kind of mood I have to be in for it. Not that I'm too sure I will be surprised by what mood that will be. Then I'll definitely pop that on a bit more. Maybe do an album review. But as I say, I'm a bit behind on lots of album reviews. Got Scandal, Silent Siren. Obviously, our Patreon one, Ambish to catch up on. So I'm not in a rush to grab another album review. But that would be one where I'll probably pick up a couple of singles first. But well said though, Necro Talkie are obviously always a good one for us. Shame that they went from one of the bands who we helped before they were signed. Well, helped, were there for, to a band who copyright block anyone who touches them. However, it's always fun to do the album reviews. Harrow says, yeah, I did watch it and surprised to long screen time Bandmaid those. But yeah, longer screen time is always a nice surprise when you get that. Please like the video so GMI video Howard can afford to go to Daiso and get a wig for his side gig. With the Vizcat's dislike to let him keep the tattered shreds of his dignity intact intact in the guitar. Thank you, CMC. That's very beautifully worded. It's like poetry. Martin, don't bother watching Kate. Watch 2 Bandmaid music videos and save yourself 100 minutes of life. I'm pretty sure that most people will just be skipping through to the bit with Bandmaid in it. You know what? I'm not. I hate to say it, but I would not be surprised if Bandmaid's appearance is the great bit and that the overall plot is not that great. I only saw a synopsis, but the synopsis I saw didn't exactly fill me with excitement that it was going to be something good. But I'm just watching it for the Bandmaid scene, and then I'll switch off. Arrow, Howard, I'll be in. I wonder actually if they look back at the analytics for Kate, where we'll just see a spike where Bandmaid is, and then it'll just go back to like very low. Howard, I'll be in Central Tokyo on Tuesday, September 14th, so maybe able to meet you if your schedule matches. That being for you and I, Harrow, that's being tomorrow, because today is the 13th as we've passed midnight. That might well be okay actually. I think I have to do a little bit of buying some stuff for James in Akihabara possibly. I've got my injections on the 15th, so yeah, I'll probably get a lot of stuff out of the way before that. So actually, it might be good. Keep me notified. We speak on the Twitter direct messages now, so DM me on Twitter and we'll see if we can work that out. Let me know whereabouts you're going to be. Just so you know, my home is on the same line as Senkawa, going out of Ikebukuro. It's in that direction. So basically anywhere you can get to from Ikebukuro. I have to go to Akihabara anyway for stuff involving buying stuff for James's shop. So you name it, Ikebukuro or Akihabara. Sure, we can work it out, man. Or anyone in between, which is reachable. CMC says it's not. Well, that was to Martin's reference or Kate. It's not that bad. It is totes not in the same realm as a masterpiece like Ant-Man, but it's not a steaming pile of crap like say Crank. Oh, I see what you're doing. Walking after you's last video, I'm not sure even broke 1,000 views. And to be clear, the opinion on the video is mine, not from the back. Oh, okay, fair enough. To be walking after you did not say they had not got the money for the video. It was just me. Okay, now that's fair enough. Yeah, I mean, when you're not getting over 1,000 views for a music video, it kind of is more a case of, is this even the priority? So that makes more sense, because if you're not getting 1,000 views and you'd be like, well, it takes a lot of time to make a music video, so is that just a self-indulgent thing, or should we be focusing more on touring and other stuff? Then again, it's good to have media to back you up. It's good to be able to point someone to something and say, well, look, if you do like us, here's the music video ready and waiting to go. So there is a quality to that, but interesting one. Change the subject. Asterism released a few songs from the second album. Church is brilliant. Thanks for that, Ross. Don't know if the album name grabs me particularly. So you want to track me to listen to your album? What's your album called? Church. Working me, aren't you? Asterism were one that I'm looking forward to seeing what they do in the future, and of course now is the future as they're growing so fast. So yeah, I definitely would be interested to check that out. Yeah, certainly if you want to recommend a song as well, that'd be awesome. CMC, Kate is actually doing very well for Netflix in a lot of territories. It is in top 1 or 2. Is that just, I don't know when it came out. I mean, it might be getting the release blip, but certainly if it's doing good, then that's as long as people are watching the Bandmaid scene, that's all I care about. Yes, Church is a return to form. The others not so much. Sorry, Church even. Nah, it's okay. We got it. Thank you. Thank you, Bubs. Welcome, sir, for dropping the Discord, Patreon, Reddit. CMC dropped Reddit as well. Bubs dropped in the shop as well. Thank you for that. In that out like a mouthy bastard. Thank you, Bubs. Well, I do appreciate it. Harris says, okay, maybe at Akihabara, my workplace, or Shinjuku on commute, or Ikebukuro if you prefer. Sounds like Akihabara's best. Then we'll do like a lunchtime meetup like we did before, just spreading our information so people can spy on us. I'm sure there's lots of people who want to do that. So anyway, guys, like I said, I'm not going to do a long one today because I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. I am quite tired, which is why I'm going for a slightly stronger recipe, because I've been working solidly, turned up here, had to do more work for a couple of hours. Um, Anyone who's asking, anyone who's wondering, I did keep the race on in the background and I did see what happened. It's a shame I couldn't have concentrated on that more directly. That looked like it was well worth watching. Um, but that's a good thing about having multiple screens. So yeah, that's good. And obviously I was here to do this, but I need to get some rest. I'm hoping that next week's, actually that's the point. Next week's live stream might not. Okay, it might well be on Sunday. I just need to check. There is. How do I say this whilst maintaining privacy? There is an important birthday coming up next weekend that I wish to put a lot of effort into. So that might affect my ability to be around on the usual day, but I'll certainly try and keep you guys aware in advance of when the live stream will be next week. If it's not on Sunday, then it might be moved to another day. But it will definitely be happening. And like I say, I've already pre-recorded 3 videos for next week. They might be the ones that come out or might not, but we're ahead of material, so there's material for next week. It's ready to go. All I have to do is edit the image stuff. The images have been downloaded, but just edit them nicely and upload it. So yeah, there will be material next week. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who supported the video that came out this week. We've got really good support for a couple of those videos. Obviously, massive thank you for everyone who was interested in me talking about Bubble again. I thought that was a really interesting one to go back to. I thought that was well worth doing. There's a lot of interesting ground to cover there that I hadn't covered since the original reaction. Of course, the reaction was a first time listen. The recap in the top 10 video was just a, it was just a quick reminder of what was good about it. So it was really nice to go over that in detail. I really enjoyed doing that. Thank you, like I said, to everyone who enjoyed the video about the band names. I thought that was a good giggle, and we will do a follow-up to that, definitely. That was just a starter to see what you guys would post. There were some brilliant ones in the comments and more ones we found since. And of course, thank you to anyone who enjoyed the Chiari video. That was one that just sort of came out of nowhere. I just sort of like was sitting there and I just had my thoughts. My thoughts were so in place about that I just kind of went and recorded it, and it just sort of came out really easy and quickly. Thank you to the 5 out of 12 people viewing who have pressed like. Maybe some of those people are not even viewing, maybe they're gone. Maybe no one actually really likes this video, but here I am doing it anyway. Let's have a little read through some of the comments before we just sort of start to round things up. I know it's a bit early, but like I say, I'm going to do a quick one today because just my energy is really taking a bit of a hit and I got to wake up really early in the morning. So again, don't want to just go into a crazy ramble. I'd rather be working on producing good material for you guys and then hopefully having a better live stream next week, whatever day it's on. Let's have a look here. Forbleats is saying, when is Bubs going to review the new Gakru Spin album? We need to get like some sort of shielding for his brain, so it holds in so it doesn't just explode like it did before. I think it might be too late for him though. Russ says, sorry, Church is the track name. Oh, Church is the track name. Okay. I'm intrigued and horrified at the same time. I'll give it no, I'll definitely give it a go. Asterism, like I said, I've been waiting to hear where they turned up, and if people are getting behind this track, maybe it's a good chance to rejoin their revisit their particular brand of rock. I don't know what the word is to say for someone who's doing very well but is a beginner. Rock potential. There we go. That's nice. Not really beginners anymore, are they? But still. I pressed likes for Howard to do a reverse striptease and put on the socks. I don't wear socks. I'm just wearing shorts right now. I am really, really in total basic mode today. I'm sitting in a pair of shorts. This shirt this is one of those. It's not made out of normal fabric. It's like a jogging shirt. It's made out of that sort of sweat absorbing or sweat dispersing, whatever it is, fabric. Just because it says Japan on it. I am in total basic mode today. When his head stops exploding. Nice. Will there be cake at the birthday? I like cake. There was cake at the birthday actually, and I think I can show the picture. Can I show the picture? Where's the picture? So I don't eat sweet foods very much. I'm not a big fan of like I don't like eat cake, but I do actually like some cakes. Like I really like chocolate cake, and there's some cakes with like fruits and stuff which are really nice. But it's not my normal thing. I'm not really much of a cake person. So the other half kept asking me, "What cake do you want?" I was like, "I don't really know," and I wasn't trying to be awkward. I was just like, I really don't know what kind of cake I want. And bless her, she's absolute genius. She turned up on the day with a cake that basically consisted of one slice of every different cake that the shop had. Really kind of hard to see, but you got like a strawberry cake, fruit cake, green tea cake, chocolate cake, caramel cake. It's just like one slice of each of the different ones, and I thought that was. Um, she knows me well enough to know that I'm bloody useless, so that's perfect. Cake, I don't know anything about bloody cake. And it was really good. I had like three different between us. There was like enough for each. I think it was didn't count the slices, but there was enough for us to have three each, so nine. Um, must have been. Um, and yeah, the three I had were absolutely wonderful. I really enjoyed them. So yeah, no, she and we finished it all off very quickly. So good on her, but no cake left, I'm afraid. I forever remember my birthday in 2010, which was the weird record-breaking four cakes I received from individual people, which was amazing. That's when we were sitting there, we were in recording, we were residential recording in a building that was due for demolition, but the owner had allowed us to use it. It was an old scout hut of all things. And he had boxes. I think you guys noticed this. You've seen the music video we recorded at this location because they had the guy who owned the scout hut also happened to own a failed um, alternative clothing shop, shall we call it? And as a result, my drummer just like was walking around and he just found boxes of clothing and just dressed up in like fancy dress and stuff every single day. So we did a music video where he just kept on changing clothes and it was really weird. Anyway, but that was one time we were recording there, and just friends kept on visiting and bringing me cake, and so we were recording. We had like an excess of cake. Not like it this year. I just have one amazing cake from the lady who. Let's not get all too cheese fondue, but the wonderful lady who I'm most happy to receive things from. It's all about the taking, people. It's all about the taking. For the win, sheep literature. Okay, I'll get on the sheep literature. I hope they get in some views because when I do this, I've got to put a lot of time into doing these videos, and if it's going to get like 10 views, I'm going to be like, okay, you guys better have enjoyed it. Okay, and Aka Radios on Twitter DM. Then thank you very much. Sven retracts a message. CMC drops the Reddit. Harry says, "Will there be beer at the birthday party?" Everyone's talking about like it's in the future. You guys know my birthday has been and gone. Hiccups. Well, we used to have a big karaoke thing every year on my birthday, but obviously we can't do that. All the karaoke shops are closed, all shut down temporarily due to COVID. So I couldn't do that. Couldn't see my friends, but I think this was one of the genuinely, although I'm not like the sort of homely sort of person who likes to do everything at home, this was generally one of the nicest birthdays I've ever had. It was really nice. I can't express how much effort they went to. I don't like just unnecessary celebratory stuff. It's like they got me really nice things that I genuinely wanted. I got a cake that was like no pressure cake, different slices. So just eat what you want, no pressure, perfect. A really nice meal, and being around the people you care about. Honestly, I was kind of thinking because my partner always said she doesn't really do birthdays. She does stuff like Christmas and all that, which I'm not really so much into. But she doesn't really do birthdays, and so I was kind of setting my expectations low. Like, okay, this is gonna probably be a washout, but at least she'll try. But no, she did. They both did amazing. So I really loved it. Would be lovely to have tacked on friends with karaoke and beer night, but didn't happen. So here I am, getting to sleep with a nice strong 0 or 2. Martin says fruitcake appropriate, I guess. Thank you. Press this like for him to put his cax over his head and rob a post office for beer money. Press like to allow GMI the Howard to continue his cake education. I'm not wearing cags, man. Cags would be, to be honest, what I'm wearing at the current moment. These are pretty short. It'd be too revealing for me to take the risk, to be perfectly honest. The sort of ones where I can't exactly be 100% sure that they're going to do all the work that I want them to do. Bob Leeds, is the way Japanese people put strawberries on cake unique? Like strawberry bum hole pointing down. Don't think I've seen that elsewhere. I don't think it's unique. I'm pretty sure I've seen that in other places as well, but maybe I'm just conditioned to think the strawberry should go bum hole down. You wouldn't want to sort of drill it in like the ends are pointing. That's I guess that would make sense, but no. No. Bum hole down is the way to go. And enough of that. Lawrence says, morning. Good morning, Lawrence. I hope you're well. I'm about to end this. Sorry. Sorry, like I said, I'm really tired, but just wanted to keep up with you guys, let you know I'm here, and let you know there'll be more videos coming next week. Also, let you know next weekend's live stream might be at a slightly different time, but yeah, I just need to get a little bit of rest. So I've started this one for positive position, being honest about the intention about it, but yeah, we're going to be rounding this one up fairly soon, guys, with all the love in the world intended, obviously. So, full beats, the orientation of the strawberry is unique though. Oh, because Martin says strawberries on cake, not unusual in UK and Europe. Sure. No, I'm pretty sure English cakes, you get English cakes which are, as you put it, bum down, point up. Seems to be Jim Howard has been working at Around Music all his adult life. This channel is not monetized, so no adverts. He is living. Wait, what's this? He's having to incognito drum for the biscuits, apparently. So please watch and comment on the video. And remember, these videos are longer than normal videos, which means they get longer audience retention, which means that a like is worth more on the live stream even than I suspect it is on the other ones. Remember, your like is like a currency to us. Even if you can't give a like. Helps us get anywhere better than we are right now. And a big thank you to everyone who's following. Big thank you to all the people in the Patreon for being the life and soul of this channel. And remember, whether you give financially or just give a like, you're one of us. And thank you so much for listening along either way. There we go. I just went into full-on cliche mode. But it's all true. It is. It's true. So Harry says, my birthday was last month. Myself did cake with family. Nice. We decided not to put any candles on the cake, as 48 candles might have burned the house down. I was slightly curious at the fact that I believe she picked 8 candles. Yeah, 8 candles. I did manage to blow them all out though, and I did make the best wish ever. So superstition is not real. Magic doesn't happen. Wishes don't come true. However, kind of ruined my own excitement there. Why you hate 5 p.m. Lol. Just going to look at you until someone leaves a comment. No, I don't get it. Why you hate razor swelling? Says Paul. I was watching them on the TV the other night. I'm still planning to do like a Bang Dream weekend. There's a few little weekend ideas. I want to do like a World Tour Wednesday where we bring in bands like Rolling Quartz and as if they're still around by the time we get round to it. As well as that Korean girl band who Fernando had mentioned before, but who I keep on forgetting the name of, but I've got them linked somewhere. But as well as that, I also wanted to do like a Bang Dream weekend because they're bringing some views and they're actually kind of an interesting one to cover. Now I understand more what the hell that thing is. Yeah, maybe go back and redo the Secret Base stuff because it's like so out of date now. Plus, Special Thanks dropped their own cover of Secret Base, so you know. Keeps on going, doesn't it? Anyway, did you wish Broken by the Scream would reform? I wanted to make them better. I believe that's the correct phrasing. I wanted to shake them up, and I hope that in doing so, I bring them back as a better band. But I am not here to judge. I'm only here to adjust. Why you hate Aziz? You hate Yon Lapa? I'm too tired to hate anything, man. I'm too tired to hate anything. Except Vanessa Feltz. I know she hasn't been around for years, but I can still find enough energy to hate Vanessa Feltz. No one likes Vanessa Feltz. Anyway, my first review suggestion turns too soon. Ow! Okay, don't be acting like I never reviewed to anything you wanted me to review, alright? Oh man, I remember the original review list when, like, we were doing reactions, and like pretty much 90% of everything everyone linked was an immediate block. And that started with me doing just a bunch of reviews that never got published because they all got blocked immediately. And then, well, not 90%, but it was like 2/3. It was like really high compared to the stuff that I was farming elsewhere. So clearly, people were going for stuff that was maybe coming from more defensive, smaller record labels, or maybe less up to date record labels. But then obviously we got to the point where we switched from doing reactions, but by that point we were so far behind that eventually we got to the point where I kind of had to say to them, well, look, we need to reset the list. I said, I'll still dive back through and pick stuff up occasionally, but we need to reset the list, and we kind of did. And I do still want to catch up on that, but luckily the new list has been a little bit more chilled, a little bit more, people haven't been dumping as much stuff in, because I think people know now that I just don't have the time to really be as free about that, especially when I'm doing proper reviews in it. But it is all good because it gives me, if nothing else, I know where to look. Even if I'm not able to drop the reviews of the stuff that you necessarily want each time, you're making me look in the direction that you want me to look in. So it'll at least inform me maybe of an artist for later on. So yeah, that is good. But I think as a general, most of the people on the channel are aware of the fact that it's a bit of a slow burner a lot of the time. But I do look at them. I look at the new list especially. But yeah, so if it's a 2-year-old one, then either it's just buried behind a lot of stuff, or it's just one that at the time I couldn't do because of copyright and I just haven't been able to come back to it just due to an onslaught of other stuff. But guys, never ever think that I ignore any requests. I don't ignore requests. It's just, I have to be realistic. And I do hope that we get back to the point where I can just sort of take requests alongside with stuff. I remember when we were doing 2 videos a day. I remember now. And we will get back to that at some point. I think 1 video a day is what I'm really looking for. To a point of like 6 videos a week, maybe having 1 day off. I want to get back to that point. And then if we get to the point where I can get a genuine teammate on board, someone who's willing to help editing and everything, then we might be able to get up to 2 videos a week again. That's kind of my look. CMC, breaking news, GM Ivor the Howard hates all Thai bands. Wow, no, I never said that. Reddit link from CMC, thank you. I started to suggest new reviews on Discord because the chance is much higher. Yeah, that's big. Well, it was because the Reddit thing just got like so confusing. Like the original suggestion thread, to find it involved some massive like gymnastics because it was just buried so far back. And then once you got into it, you had to scroll down 1,000,000 pages just to find what you were looking for. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why with Discord, I was doing the Reddit ones, and of course the thing is, obviously at that point, by the time at first the Reddit one was really convenient, but by the time it was really delved back a long way, at that point was at the point where I knew that like 90% of them I'd either done or I could not do, which meant that going back through it was a case of like opening links that I'd already been through and checking to see which ones had already been done and which ones were copyright issues, and obviously I should have kept a better list of that in advance, but it just became a nightmare. Whereas the Discord one was relatively peaceful, it's just kind of there, it's very easy to follow. Like I say, I'd rather use Reddit for more light stuff. I'd rather use Reddit for discussion topics, because whenever the couple of times when we've done that, there's been nice little back and forth on it, and I really want to encourage people to do that a lot more, get more threads on the Reddit which are discussion topics so people can really talk about things. Whereas suggestion stuff is probably best keeping to a more direct form, like Discord perhaps. Yeah, I mean, it's been saying this for a couple of years now. I really want the Reddit to be something, but I think Reddit is built for discussion, and that's kind of what it needs to be. It needs to be a discussion thing. Whereas, unlike Discord, where it's a stream of consciousness, Reddit needs to be somewhere where we just pick out subjects and then we chew the fat on a subject, and people go there for that. Then I think it will get, if we can ask genuinely interesting conversations and have genuinely interesting dialogue bounce back and forth, then I think we can really. I mean, we've discussed this a few times on live stream before, and I know you guys basically agree, but it's not as easy as just saying it. We need to implement it and think about it. Um, and I know CMC's he knows how to work that system in a way that I don't. So he'll be able to help us put that together. But there's no point in us just sort of wasting his time for other stuff. We need to think about get some interesting subjects, pop them on there, really interesting topics. There was a couple of good ones I loved. I think it was CMC who posted the one about sort of your suggestion for a perfect live set for certain bands. That was a great one. I wish we'd actually followed that up a bit more. Probably should go back to that too. But stuff like that. That's really interesting. Anyway, so look here. So maybe it's just different music and hatred for you. It's just cheers, CMC. Mine, Yoniga, new song, quite good. Envy is like kid's brain after too much sugar. That sounds fun. Harry, by the way, Howard, I left you a DM on Discord. It's good news, so no rush in getting back. Oh man, if it's good news, about man, if it's good news about you, it's about effing time. I really hope it is. No, I've got to check that now, man. I've got to check that now. Sorry, I get really behind on the DMs on Discord as well. I feel like I just come here on live chat and I just talk about all the things I've not managed to achieve each month, each week. But no, it's not for lack of caring or trying. I don't. I'm not going to read anything private out. I just want to see. That's good, man. That's good. That's really good. That's the sort of thing I like to read. Well, just keep me updated. It's not done yet, so keep me updated. But good stuff. All right. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Harry, for letting me know as well. Really appreciate that. And like I say, do keep me updated just until everything's good. But yeah, I enjoyed this, and we did get the best part of an hour. But I don't want to waste your time with me slowly falling asleep on camera. Not entirely. I don't think I'll even be in this room next week. I think my time runs out on Thursday, and then I don't know where I'm going to be for internet. It's more than just the internet as well. I wish I could just move straight into a new place, but a lot of things to discuss. Anyway, look, love you guys. I'm going to round it up here. I just wanted to say a big thank you again to everyone. Sorry if it's been a slightly drowsy one. I've had a couple of these slightly drowsy live streams, but there'll be good videos to make up for it during the week. Don't think there will be one tomorrow, if I'm correct. Don't think so. I kind of see it happening Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday next week would be my guess, but I'll try and keep on top of it. Anyway, lots of love to you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. You have a lovely time. Let's read the last few messages before we call this one quits. So ciao for now. To all, stay safe, stay happy, listen to Sheep Literature and Flap Your Wings. See, I'm still listening to Flapping Wings. That song grows on me all the time. I know half you guys hate it, but all right. I've missed the third one in a row. I will. Rev, you can go watch them back, but man, DM me if you've got any questions. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, man. And no, it's my fault. I started it early. Just tired. That's all, man. Just tired. Anyway, good night and see you soon, Harry. Yeah, drop me a message. Keep me reminded, man. Drop me a message on Discord, Twitter. I'll try and work it out. Thank you so much to everyone. You have a lovely evening. And for now, from me and the bog roll, it's time to say a very, very appreciative ciao. I'll try and pop on Discord, alright? See ya. Thanks, everyone.